Here we go again.
This is the better one, Julie.
This area is so gorgeous. I'm definitely gonna be back here hiking again sometime. It's lovely. And I think we are back. We're on the roadway. So we're gonna head home and do whatever next. Boy, if there is such a thing as climbing squats, this is it. This is it. This is gonna work my heart, work my heart. I'm already on the April hike. It's April 3rd. And we're on the hike. I got Mandy as my hiking partner today. There's Mandy. There seems to be different routes, so where shall we go? Hello cheerleaders! Did you miss me last week? I sure did miss sharing with you. Unfortunately, technology failed me, as well as I didn't manage my time well enough to have brought this video, which was in the works last week, to you sooner. And I actually had plans to share something totally different. I wanted to talk about my background, a little bit of my history generally, and especially with weight loss, why it's important to me. But I will postpone that for another time, since all my notes for that particular information crashed with my computer, regrettably. And instead, I will give an update of my progress thus far with goal number 1. And I'll also share a little bit about my experience so far with making YouTube videos. So I am very pleased to say that I have been keeping up with my walks and hiking plans. And the clips in this video are actually from 2 hikes I did on the same day. The first hike was unexpectedly very short-lived. After about 30 minutes or so of walking, we were led to a park, and it turned out to be the hiking terminal. Very disappointingly. The park was beautiful, however, as you will see. The cherry blossoms were in full bloom, and my friend and I agreed to find another hiking trail that was not too far out of reach for us to, continue our hiking escapade. So we walked back to the starting point and hopped on a bus and headed for another location. And the second hike was also short, but it was rather steep. And it did give us a great workout. The view at the top also, which you will see at the end of this video, was magnificent. And we really enjoyed it. And since this particular hike, I went on a subsequent hike at the same location you would have seen in the first hiking video, which means your girl has done 2.5 hikes since April. Hooray! I meant to revisit this location as well on April 24th, but the weather said no. I'm not gonna let you go. So I had to stay home and stay put. But notwithstanding, I do foresee myself frequenting this location a lot because there is something else there on location which I do have a particular interest in, and I will share that in due time as I continue to reveal other goals that I am or will be pursuing. So we're doing good on exercise, but I must admit that I have been faltering on eating. I do keep up with my intermittent fast. It's a pretty easy thing for me to do. It's really embedded in my routine at this point. But I have been doing a bit too much snacking and overeating as well over the past 2 weeks. And I have been going through a sort of nut craze coupled with other cravings, which I have not managed well, to tell you the truth. So that being said, I know I have very likely, kind of countered whatever progress I would have already made with the exercise I've been keeping up with. But we will get back in routine and back on track. I'm really committed to this, and I have the vision, I have the goal. We will keep working at it. So let me go into my YouTube experience thus far. So not surprisingly, content creation is a whole lot of work, and I've only made about 4 videos, but I can tell you,
Let's see if we make it.
editing takes up a whole lot of time. So imagine having an hour worth of recording, having to rewatch that entire recording, and then cutting and cropping and mixing and matching to create a finished product with added features and effects and audio, depending on how you choose to edit it. And initially, I never intended to create anything beyond 10 minutes. But, as you go on, you realize that sometimes that can be difficult. My 7-minute video of my dance routine, for example, took me hours of multiple days to edit. And I pretty much recorded the entire routine. And like I said, had to rewatch, cut and paste, and just do a whole lot of work to have brought it where I did. And I managed to get it below 7 minutes, but it wasn't easy, man. And I have been using my phone to both record things and to edit. And that makes it even more time consuming for me in particular. I think if I had a larger device working with, I would be better off. Unfortunately, I tried downloading an editing app on my PC, but that I haven't been successful so far, and now my PC is completely down. So I have no choice but to just stick to the phone. And despite how time consuming editing can be, I do enjoy it. It's not something I'm totally new to, and in time past, it's something I've enjoyed. I do like graphics. I like getting creative in this sort of way, and I tend to gravitate to a lot of things that I am not especially talented at, which is like the oxymoric story of my life, I tell you. Quality is really important to me. Even though I'm new to YouTube, I do want to give this my best, and I want to know that whatever I'm creating can be appreciated. And I'm not sure I'm satisfied with my phone's performance at all. It is a pretty new phone, and I had high expectations of the camera performance. But I'm not sure if I watch other YouTube videos, and I'm really impressed with the quality, and I wonder what device they use. I do have a DSLR camera, which I haven't used in a long while, but I do believe that it should be working fine. So I am considering bringing the big guns out. But now that I think about it, I will definitely need a PC to transfer and edit data. So actually, that probably would not work for now until I do have a replacement. But if you have any feedback on quality, please feel free to share. The squad is about 22 members strong, and you're all welcomed to give advice and share your feedback. We are all in this together, and teamwork makes the dream work. And if we're in it together, that means we make the winning team, and we are on the winning team, right? Now, there is something really exciting and beneficial about making YouTube content that I really did not anticipate. And I realized this when I was editing last week and preparing the pointers on the topic I would have shared. I realized I had so many things to talk about that I was being forced to develop on and organize my thoughts in a cohesive way. And since I do voiceovers, I also found myself voicing those thoughts out loud. I wasn't just putting it on paper or typing it in, but I was saying things out loud as a sort of rehearsal for the final recording. And this is great and exciting for me because since I have been here, I have been a bit isolated, mostly my fault. But because of this, I don't have much opportunity to voice my thoughts and engage in deep and meaningful conversations. So I have seen a sort of regression in myself where I struggle to remember and pull on words to express myself clearly and precisely in a just an effective and efficient way. And I actually admire this trait in people. There are people who I've observed who are very good at expressing themselves precisely. And that's something I've wanted to become good at. But in this case, I find myself just regressing in this way, just in my conversation ability. So it's hugely beneficial for me to hear myself. You have no idea. There was a time when I started to record myself on my phone, and I do believe I have these recordings still, where I would pretend to be in an interview or pretend as though I was having a conversation, and I would anticipate questions from the people I was conversating with in my imagination and responding to those questions. And I kid you not, I I started to do this because I was seeing and I was feeling this regression, and it was frightening. And now I am just excited about continuing YouTube because of this single most beneficial thing that it's forcing me to do. It is also moving me in the direction of journaling, which I do sometimes, but not consistently. So I'm really happy I'm getting my thoughts out and I'm hearing myself. And I don't know where this channel will go, but I am really motivated to keep creating content. And truth be told, I don't wish to be about entertainment because I do believe that there are just so many things going on in the world that needs our attention and that we should keep our eyes on. And if I can use this medium to inspire someone, or fine tune my own skills, motivate myself, and accomplish some goals that I have, that will be enough for me. I do have other ideas for YouTube content that I would like to explore. And these ideas are too diverse to bring them, on a single channel. So I have already actually started working on content for another concept I have. And I'm pretty sure I will go ahead with it because it is very meaningful for me. And there's a great passion behind it. I would never link the ideas I have together though. So I don't think what I have in mind could coexist on a single channel. But I am close to becoming a YouTube resident, I would say, and not just a visitor or tourist. But anyway, I will leave it here for today. I will see you in the next meetup when we take the pom-poms out. So, cheers! So I can already see the view. I can tell it's going to be really beautiful up top already.
We're here. Wow, it's beautiful. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It was worth it. Look at that. Amazing. gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So gorgeous. Man, it's so beautiful. Yeah, this is the reward for working your legs. I love it. Very satisfying.
If you'd like to join the squad, subscribe, like, and comment. Because cheering is caring. Pom poms out, pom poms out, pom poms out. Go jilly, go jilly, go jilly, go. Jilly, 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 go. Pom poms out, pom poms out, pom poms out, pom poms out. Go jilly, go jilly, go jilly, go. Jilly, 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 go.